In the northern part of the U.S. state of Maine lies a small, isolated village, Oakham. People from nearby towns feel an inexplicable discomfort whenever the village's name is mentioned. Oakham is not just a quiet, beautiful place wrapped in nature. It carries a heavy past, dark legends, mysterious deaths, and whispered tales of an ancient curse that still hangs over the village like an invisible chain. One of the most terrifying stories from Oakham revolves around an old diary, an odd, leather-bound book carved with strange symbols. The villagers believe it is cursed, a vessel of something far beyond human comprehension. They claim the diary is not just a collection of writings, but a dwelling of a force that can consume the human mind. This diary once belonged to a young woman named Catherine Miller, a quiet, introverted girl who loved reading and writing horror stories. Villagers found her strange, but Catherine didn't care. She stayed shut inside her attic room day after day, surrounded by books, writing tales that felt too eerie, as if the darkness within the words came from somewhere else. Then one night, Catherine died, mysteriously, with no clear cause. Some said it was a heart attack. Others whispered she had descended into madness and taken her own life. But a few villagers swore they saw an unnatural black glow seeping through her attic windows the night before she died. Some even claimed they heard distorted whispers coming from her room, like someone or something was forcing her to write. Catherine's body was found beside her bed, eyes wide open, frozen in sheer terror. Her diary lay open next to her. The final words she ever wrote were, "It wants more." After that horrifying incident, the villagers sealed the diary inside an old wooden chest in the library, declaring it cursed. Over the decades, Oakham tried to forget the diary, but curses don't disappear. They wait. Many years later, the story resurfaced when 3 young content creators stumbled upon the legend. They ran an online horror channel where they explored real-life paranormal cases. Their names were Sarah Wilson, David Clark, and Liam West. The tale of Oakham's Cursed Diary was exactly the kind of content they wanted. When they arrived in the village, the locals warned them repeatedly, "Leave it alone. Don't wake what's already dead." But curiosity pulled them deeper. At the village library, they met the elderly librarian, Mr. Harold. The moment they mentioned Catherine's diary, the old man froze, his face paled, and his voice trembled. "That diary isn't a book. It's a doorway to a darkness you cannot imagine." Even after his warnings, they insisted. Reluctantly, Harold agreed to show them the diary. He led them to a locked storage room, dim, dusty, and forgotten. In the corner sat the old wooden chest. The air grew thick as he opened it. Inside lay the diary, dark leather, covered in carvings both ancient and unsettling. It looked alive, as if the skin pulsed faintly. When Liam touched it, a cold jolt shot through his arm. They took the diary back to their rented cabin. That night, they began reading it. Sarah opened the first section. Catherine had written, "Every night, the shadow watches me. It slips inside my mind and forces my hand to write. If I stop, it shows me things, horrible things. I feel a darkness spreading inside me." As she read, she felt as though someone stood behind her, breathing softly against her neck. Her heartbeat grew louder. The room felt colder. She tried to laugh it off, but she couldn't. Late that night, while the others slept, Sarah felt the presence again. Whispers floated in the corners of the room. Something tapped lightly on the window. Another sound came from under the bed. Suddenly, the diary flipped open by itself. A page tore out and landed at her feet. On it were the words, "Now it wants you." That same night, Sarah vanished. The only clues were 2 footprints leading into the woods, none returning. David didn't believe in the supernatural at first. He assumed Sarah had staged a prank. Determined to find answers, he read the second section. Catherine had written, "It no longer stays in the attic. Now it crawls inside the walls. It stands behind the mirror. It whispers, 'Right.' If I stop, it says it will kill me. I am its slave now." As he read, he noticed dark stains spreading across the page, moving, shifting. The stain formed the shape of a distorted shadow. And then, it started to rise from the paper. David's camera footage captured his last moments. He stared at the wall, trembling, as a shadow slowly placed a long, cold hand on his shoulder. Then the screen went black. Now, Liam was alone. Terrified yet desperate to understand the truth, he forced himself to read the final section. Catherine had written, "It will never stop. Whoever reads this will become its next vessel. If you are reading this, it is already coming for you." As Liam read, he felt the room darken. Shadows pooled in the corners. Something whispered behind him, "More." Realizing he only had one chance, he grabbed the diary and ran outside. He sprinted toward the old well at the edge of the village, flicked open his lighter, and threw the diary into the flames. It screamed. A horrible, inhuman scream tore through the night. The shadows dissolved. The air cleared. Liam collapsed to the ground, breathless. The diary was gone. The curse seemingly broken. But was it? Before leaving the village, Liam noticed a small black mark on his wrist, like the print of a finger. And at night, when he tries to sleep, he still hears it, a whisper from the dark.